Brazil has declared 3 days of mourning after a plane crash that killed members of a beloved soccer team. Their charter flight crashed late Monday while traveling through bad weather in Colombia. 71 people died in this crash. The team was in the midst of a magical season, you could say. They were heading to the finals of the South American Cup. Josh Elliott of our streaming network, CBSN, shows us how the tragedy devastated Brazil. Josh, good morning.
Good morning, Gail. The Chapecoense soccer team was supposed to play tonight in what would have been the biggest match in its history. Team officials had hoped it would end in victory and so lead to a massive celebration. Instead, today, they are planning a mass funeral.
For Brazilian soccer's Cinderella team, there is no happy ending. Their fairy tale season over after their charter plane went down in the Andes Mountains. 6 people survived the Monday night crash, including 3 players, Alan Ruskel, Elio Neto, and goalie Jackson Folman, whose right leg had to be amputated. His father told the Associated Press, "We have not spoken to him or received any other information regarding how serious his condition is. That is making us feel anguished." To lose all of them in such a tragic way totally destroyed the city and each one of us, this fan said. This is video of the team taken aboard their flight, a BAE 146 operated by the charter company Lamia. The team's athletic director said prior to takeoff, they had previously worked with Lamia and were treated well. The charter was flying from Bolivia to their match in Colombia, a nearly 1,900-mile trip close to the limit of the plane's range. Authorities have now recovered the black boxes at the accident site outside Medellin. There were reports the plane may have suffered electrical failure or run out of fuel. This man, the father of a team member who was not on the flight, said, "It's a disaster. There are no words to explain it." The Chapes, as they were affectionately known, played in obscurity for decades. But in 2014, they were promoted to Brazil's top soccer division. And there were no big stars. But with each match, the underdogs' following grew. And just last week, the Chapes celebrated their unlikely birth in the finals of the second most important club tournament on the continent.
South America, not just Brazil, but all of South America is mourning and just grieving this. It's a story that doesn't come along that often, and to have it end the way that it did is really just horrifically sad.
Their opponent said the Chapes should now be named South American Cup champions, and in a gesture of solidarity, other Brazilian teams have now offered to help them rebuild their team by loaning out their own players. And while the global soccer community mourned last night, Pope Francis also sent his condolences to all those who are mourning this tragedy. Nora?
Oh, it's just horrible to hear the details of all of that. Just terrible. Thank you, Josh.